It's a beautiful day here in State College, Pennsylvania for the running of the 2022 Mid-Atlantic Regional Championship here at the Blue and White course located at Penn State University. My name is Andrew Cruz and I'm with Cruise Control Running, here to provide you with preview coverage of the men's race for the Mid-Atlantic Regional Championship. Here in my bottom corner you will have an entry list for the men's race. As you can see, Georgetown is located in box number 1. Unfortunately, they have kind of fallen off a map over the last few weeks. They were ranked 17th in the region just a few weeks ago, and they've gone from that to barely getting a few amount of votes in the national ranking poll. On the other side of that spectrum, you have the top 2 teams going into this meet. The 17th ranked Princeton University and number 11th nationally ranked Villanova University. These teams closed out their conference meets 2 weeks ago with stellar performances. Princeton won the Ivy League team title by beating Harvard by 3 points, led by Anthony Monte and Connor Nisbet. And they are also the 2021 champions. They are looking to defend their title this year against a strong Villanova team. Speaking of Nova, they are the favorites going into this meet. Led by the number 11 nationally ranked Villanova team is Haftu Strinzo, Liam Murphy, Charlie O'Donnell, Jack Jennings, and Josh Phillips. 3 of those runners qualified as individuals last year. They're looking to do the same, but this year as a team. At the Big East Championship, they placed 2nd, 3rd, 5th, 7th, and 10th. 5 runners in the top 10, scoring a whopping 27 points against a strong Providence team. With a team this strong, who averaged a 23-32, it's really hard to bet against a team like this. Last year, only 18 runners qualified for nationals coming out of this region, out of the 250 plus runners. As we take a look at these top 5 teams in the region, Navy and Pitt are also in the hunt to perhaps steal a top 2 spot. Although improbable, I'm sure teams like Navy and Pitt will give everything they can to try to get one of the qualifying spots, particularly the top 2 spots, because chances are they probably will not qualify as an at-large team. One of the biggest variables happening tomorrow, because although it is a beautiful day here in State College, a beautiful Thursday afternoon, that is not going to be the case tomorrow. Starting at 4 a.m. all the way through the afternoon, we're going to expect a lot of rain, perhaps heavy showers through the meet. The meet was originally supposed to start at 12 p.m. for the women's race and 1 p.m. for the men's race. Unfortunately, those circumstances have changed due to inclement weather. Those races have been moved up to 10:30 a.m. for the women's race and 11:30 a.m. for the men's race. We've seen how rain and inclement weather can affect world-class runners. Just take a look at the 2018 Boston Marathon, where a lot of Kenyan runners had to entirely drop out of the race because of such adverse conditions that they had never really experienced back at home. Most of these runners perhaps may be acclimated to this weather already, given that they are living in this region. This isn't some type of weather that they're completely unfamiliar with. At the same time, it's cross-country, you never really know. Expect a muddy surface, very wet weather, perhaps a lot of wind as well. That may throw a huge curveball as to who may win the individual title as well as the team title. We're going to take a quick overview of the course just to give you guys an idea of what these athletes will be battling with tomorrow here at Penn State University's Blue and White course. This 10-kilometer golf course located at Penn State's Blue and White golf course is a moderately hilly course which should provide the runners with a lot of challenges. With the start of the course being an extensive downhill and the importance of a good starting position, expect runners to fly through the first half-mile mark in a fast time. Runners will go through some slight rolling hills before reaching the first indicated mark of the course, the half-mile mark. The competitors will experience their first change in surface as they are led into a slight incline of gravel, immediately followed by a bridge leading into a hard right-hander into one of the split paths. This path leads into a loop that the 10K runners will complete twice. This is a flat section which includes beautiful aquatic scenery, a foresty gravel trail, and the realization of imminent pain later to occur. This course contains the 1, 2, and 3 mile mark. At the conclusion of these loops, the runners will be halfway done with the course. After concluding the gravel part of the loop, runners will make their way down to the 3 back and forth straightaways, which will lead them into the 4 mile mark. At the end of the straightaway is one of the first major inclines the second half of this course has to offer. The runners will make a hard right-hand turn into a downhill, immediately followed by an equally severe incline. These are very deceiving looking hills. The runners have to be very careful not to go too hard as many other inclines are left to come. The runners will experience a few more surface changes and abrupt turns before their next big challenge comes up. As they make the next hard left-hander in between a path of trees, they will be met with the largest crowd of spectators they have seen since the start of the race, and they sure as hell will need it. This monstrous uphill will take a lot of morale of even some of the best runners in the country. At this point, they'll be just finishing up 8 kilometers of the race, with still 2 kilometers left to go. Unfortunately for the competitors, it doesn't really get much easier afterward. There is a slight left-hander immediately following the 5-mile mark, followed by a slow incline approaching a 180-degree turn going into the 5.5-mile mark. The last mile of the course finishes on an uphill with multiple right-handers leading into the finish line. And at this point is where your regionals champion will be crowned. And that is all the preview and coverage for the 2022 Cross Country Regionals Mid-Atlantic Championship from State College, Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.